So you want to boost your ELO, right? Well, here's a direct way to improve your pattern recognition and calculation, and that is tactical puzzle training. And no, not just random puzzles. We're talking about tunnel visioning our way into being able to spot one tactic, but buried within layers upon layers of deep calculation. That would be 5 levels of difficulty. Let's go! Today we're going to use the tactical maneuver called distraction. We'll use distraction to deflect enemy pieces from their positions so that the opponent suffers a huge material loss or gets checkmated. Oh, before I begin, before I forget, if you do find this content helpful and somewhat watchable, please leave a like and subscribe. You have my gratitude. Let's get started. So the 5 levels of tactics, the first 3 we'll do together, and the 4th and the 5th will be yours to conquer. Here's level 1. So in this position, just a quick check. It's black to move. The king is defending the queen there. The king is defending the queen there. And of course, it would just be so nice, you probably are spotting it right now, if we could distract the king from the square. And because the pawns are right in front of it, it is quite distractible with the move bishop to h3. And the thing is, you have to take it. So otherwise, this drops. And here drops as well. So after takes, you're simply up the exchange and the queen. And the game too. If you are very quick with your tactics, you might spot that if it was white's turn, because the only defender is the king, and there's no other square, rook 2, g8 actually ends the game. After takes, you lose the queen. And of course, king 2, h7 leads to the same fate. Alright, level 2, guys. It's white to play and win. Completely messy position as it looks. Equal amount of pieces. The thing to notice though, and immediately, is that, well, even though the dark squared bishop is aiming at our diagonal with the king there, we have that pinned. And then we also have bishop aimed at h7. But you know what would be great, and if you spot it immediately, there is a fork. If this knight did not exist, there is a fork. And hence, let's create an opportunity to make sure that knight does not defend f6 anymore. In this position, the winning move is not takes here, but sacrificing the queen. And why is that? Because you can't take, because that's defended. So knight takes. And because you took one minor piece, time for royal fork. And after king to f7, you have to go to the 7th rank to centralize your king, but you are now down a piece, and you're about to lose the game if your opponent has capable a skill set. Also, if you did notice, and you have a quick tactical eye, if it's black to move, black takes on h5. This is double puzzle. So queen takes, and after check, that's a checkmate. Very nice. Alright guys, level 3, and I want to show you how tricky chess can be and how difficult it is at the higher levels. Never mind those Carlsen, Hikaru, Gukesh, Pragnananda levels. Let's solve this puzzle first, and yeah, chess is hard. Let's have a look in this position. We'll solve it together. We're still at level 3. Queen's on h5. Facing the queen in some form of an x-ray, pinning f7. The king's in the middle for black. There is a pawn structure that's aimed at the center and pretty good for white. That's enough lines. The thing is though, both our kings are in the middle of the board. It is white to play though. And I guess a hint I would like to mention is, wouldn't it be nice if, because we're facing that queen, and the king is in a light square, if there was any way we could give it a check, a discovery of sorts, while the queen is still here? What move do we use to do that? At least. Well, killer move is knight to e6, and I'm going to label that as brilliant. You can't take. And it's brilliant because you're attacking this piece as well. So, and so much so, if you try to remove that, well, the queen and the queen are still in an X-ray spot. And the king is in a light square, so simply bishop to c6. After takes, goodbye queen. And the thing is, it also attacks the bishop. So what do? Well, if the bishop tucks itself into that position, then you need another move, an intermezzo as they call it, and that is b4. The thing is, the queen can't retreat to any other square, can't take this because that's protected, can't go to any of these squares because captures, well, so now your only other option is, say takes, but then you land into that same issue. Actually here you capture first and then grab the queen. So yeah, fantastic idea. Alright guys, this is level 4. It's black to play and win. And let's do a position check. So white does have the H file there. We have currently an unchallenged E file, but it's easily blockable with ideas there. Our queen is in the second rank, threatening ideas of a check, but don't waste a check because there's an exit square. But I'm going to give you one hint, and that is eliminate the exit square for white. This is your puzzle. We won't solve it together. I'll tell you what the answer is after. Feel free to pause, solve, and comment on the video below. Answer in 3, 2, 1. In this position, black wins by sacrificing the rook. And that's the thing, that is a brilliant move. If you take, then you simply have knight to e4, and that is an exit square and a half. So if, say, the queen tries to checkmate, you simply are one move away from a definite checkmate with queen to a1. Thing is, if you refuse rook to a2 or e2 with the threat of checkmate in 1, and instead play b4, of course, now black can't simply queen to a1 because you lose your queen. That's so sad after finding the brilliant move. But then you have the en passant. C takes. And because you now have complete control of the second rank, you have queen to a3, king to b1, check. You can't block because it's mate. So you go back to c1. It simply takes. And that's a fancier way of checkmate, or here at b2. Alright guys, the final boss, level 5 of the distraction tactic. In this position, white is threatening a checkmate. But I'll give you a hint, the rooks are not connected. In fact, white's back rank is quite weak. We have this idea, clamping down, knight to h2, and also threatening the middle here. And of course we have the rook potentially. We got potential here. So, what two-move combo completely clogs up white's position here? Feel free to pause, solve, and comment on the video below. Answer in 3, 2, 1. Black wins with the move knight to f2. Sacrificing the knight, yes. If the king doesn't take, well, you simply have knight to e4, taking the queen. So after takes your upper queen. So, in this position, white takes on f2. But what do you mean there's no checkmate? Well, then you add another tactic, and that is bishop to d4. And the thing is, it's sniping that and that. If you take, then simply check at the back. You have to block, check. And now after, say, queen to e7, threatening here, and or the second rank, the game is over. On the other hand, if queen sidesteps, well, goodbye bishop, goodbye rook, and likely the game. You can't stop the capture here. Anyways, hope you guys got that. And if you didn't, you can get it next time. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later for more tactical calculations. Double peace.